Hi, good evening to all. Now we are going to look at an important topic of banking theory as now how RBA regulates and controls the commercial banks. RBA is the central bank of the Indian banking system. It empowers of it empowers a lot of rules and regulation over the commercial banks. Following are the principal guidelines which are related to the regulation and control of banks issued by RBA under the Banking Regulation Act 1949. This act has passed in 1949. Under this act, RBA got empowered to regulate the commercial banks. The first ones, the first one is the licensing requirements. It comes under section 22 of the Companies Banking Regulation Act 1949. Every banking company requires to obtain a license from the RBI. Any financial under the banking institution need a license which got approved by RBI. This is intended to check the growth of unsound banks and to arrest that indiscriminate flotation of mushroom banks. The purpose of license to check the unquality banks as well as the indiscriminate flotation of the banks any found we can arrest through the RBI. The RBI is also empowered to cancel a license already granted. It depends on RBI. It has the RBI has found any error from the banking section. The RBI gets back the license. The second one is corporate governance in banks. RBI involves in banking management. The Act of 1949, as amended in 1965, gives power to the RBI to regulate the appointment and remuneration of the senior officers of banks. The Banking Regulation Act 1945 amended in 1965. Under this act, RBI has empowered to appoint any senior officers in commercial banks. The Amendment Act 1956 has empowered the RBI to remove from office the chairman or a CEO if such a person has been found by any tribunal or any authority to have contravened the provisions of any law. If RBI has found the working person of the bank in the form of the chairman or the CEO, they have involved any bad activities or they have used their authority in wrong way, the RBI takes action and remove their position also under this Act 1956. Then the Act 1963 provides for such removal even when a person has not been found to have contravened any law. It's all applicable to any other officers and employees of the bank. It is not inverse to the Act 1956. If the RBI found not any error on those officers, the The RBI rectifies now through this act. Rectifies the those now faulty now activities now rectified now by this act. The next one is the interest rates. RBI involves now to fix the interest rates. RBI regulates the interest rates on NRIs now accounts. NRI means non-resident Indians. Those now who live in foreign countries. For that, the RBI now fixes the interest rates. The margins that to be maintained in respect of advances and interest rates now to be charged. Certain margins should be maintained by commercial banks when when they have given interest rates under the advances. The next factor is advances. It comes under section 21. To determine the policy relation to advances, it has a subsection as 2 empowers the RBI to issue the direction to advances made. Under this section, RBI directs the commercial bank how they make advance. The Amendment Act 1963 to extend the powers regarding the maximum amount of advances that may be granted to or which guarantees may be given. This act has amended in 1963. Under this act, how commercial bank margin their advance limit and which guarantees may be given to the customers. It's all regulated by RBI. The next one is the prudential norms. RBI issues it to be followed by banks to strengthen the balance sheets of banks. Prudential norms means it follows accrual basis, not the cash basis. It is used for the accounting purposes of banks to strengthen the bank operations. RBI has issued its guidelines under the Basel II Committee for Risk Management. The next one is disclosure norms. The bank operations are more than transparency. Under these norms, it comes under the section 36. RBI is required to make an annual report to the central government and the trend of the commercial bank and the progress of banking, including its suggestions, if any, for the strengthening of the banking business. Every year, commercial bank has to prepare the annual report and have to submit the central government and the trend of the commercial banks and the progress of those banks, and and the includes there are the suggestions also for the strengthening the banking services in India. The next one is amalgamation of banks. Amalgamation means one or the two more banks coupled together. It's all the integration of banks. RBI encourages amalgamation among sound banking units and will be able to play a useful role in the strengthening of the banking structure in the area of operation units. It is easy to operate. It is the bank has amalgamated together. For example, if a bank that doesn't have enough customers, the bank should amalgamate with another branches. The next one is the annual inspection. The RBI is empowered to inspect any bank at any time to ensure about the efficient performance of the responsibility of a banking consent. Because the banking section is the sensitive business, the RBI is empowered to inspect the bank anytime and anywhere, anytime. For the reason for that, their performance efficiency have to check by RBI. It can call a meeting of the directors or change its management when disclosures arising out of inspection, making such a step desirable. After consulting with the bank's directors they are concluded certain disclosures through which they will make such changes under the desirable step. The next one is the rehabilitation. It comes under the Act 1916. Invests the RBI with additional powers aimed at rehabilitation of a bank's difficulties. It also to rectify banks' difficulties from all things. The next one is statutory cash balance. It comes under the section 42, which stipulates cash reserves of scheduled banks to be kept with the RBI. Commercial banks have to keep certain reserves under the regulation of RBI. The cash reserve may now be varied between 3% and 50%. It depends on size of the bank. But every bank should keep a reserve under the RBI regulation, under the Bank Acts. Thank you. We will see you again with another session. Until then, stay tuned, stay blessed, stay enlightened forever. Bye.